my gosh, how easy is my job tonight? After all of those stories, I don't have to say much, right? I mean, this is an incredible group of people here. I got teary in the back. One of the gentlemen came up to me, and the last time I talked, he was already at 100 pounds lost on the challenge. And he's already lost 17 more, up to 117 pounds. And, you know, this is why we do what we do, right here. And, oh my God, this is, it's just an incredible mission to be a part of. I made a really great decision about 7.5 years ago now. I lived in Atlanta, Georgia at the time. And I was a top pharmaceutical rep in my industry, and make great money at a young age. But I started to hang around all of these people who made more money than me, who were smarter than me, and they were all telling me the same thing. And so after a while, when all of these people you look up to are starting to tell you the same thing, you listen. And they all said, Ashley, you need to have something of your own. Even if it's in your spare time or part-time, something that you create, where you write your own paycheck. And I decided at that point that I was going to look for something to do spare time, part-time. And my big, crazy goal was to maybe one day hit regional director. And I thought, oh my God, if I could just make an extra, $1,200 to $1,500 a month and drive a BMW. See, I came from a very big family. Anybody else come from a big family out there? So if you have a lot of siblings, you guys know you do not drive cool cars. You do not drive cool cars if you have a lot of family. And so I thought this would be my very first new car. That I literally brand new car that I've ever had, and I thought that would be really cool. So I can tell you guys, at regional director, that paid for my mortgage at the time, and that was my end-all, be-all. And then I went to a meeting the next morning in Atlanta, and it was me and 2 other people, and we sat down with this guy, and I didn't know who he was. But all I know is that I met him the night before at an event just like this, and he was the guy speaking. And so I literally said this to him, I don't know who you are, I know you're like a big wig or something in the company. I would really love to get out of my job, what I'm doing, because I'm making great money, but I'm not happy. And do you think maybe one day I might be able to get out of what I'm doing in like a year or something? And I remember him laughing, and he kind of leaned back, and he said, Ashley, he said, with as many people that you brought there, and as passionate as you are about this, he's like, if you apply the same work ethic that you have right now in your career to this, and listen up guys, if you're promoters in the room, and you stay coachable, I'll have you out of what you're doing in 90 days. Well, I'm going to tell you who this guy was in a second, but he's pretty famous for under-promising and over-delivering. Don't you guys love people like that? He under-promised and over-delivered within 60 days because I had, a chance to be mentored by the best person in my opinion, in the world in the style of marketing. He had me out of what I was doing, and I had tripled my monthly income. I got a chance to fire my boss, walk away from a career that was a great career, but that I didn't love, where I wasn't helping people, and never look back. And today, we have 800 families in a little over 4 years that we've helped create a 6-figure income for. And many of those are now Vibe millionaires. Crazy. And a handful of those are Vibe million a year earners, which is something I can't even fathom. But what I want you guys to know is that the company and the mission, that you just found out about is a lot bigger than you can even imagine. My story grows as I grew in the business. I got a chance to become pretty good friends with my mentor. His name is Nick Sarnagola. And so I fell in love with his company long before I fell in love with him. I want you guys to know that. And many people don't know this, but at the time I was the youngest female ambassador at 27 years old. Now people are hitting ambassador at like 18. They're blowing me out of the water. It's like the old story from like the BC challenge, what we call ourselves before the challenge, the BC group. And I'm so happy about that. But one of the greatest things that I can share with you guys is that every dollar that you make or that you will make, if you're new in the room and this is something that excites you, listen to your gut instinct. Every dollar you make will be directly correlated to someone else's life that you are impacting in a positive way. And call us all crazy, but we personally believe there's no more honorable way to earn a living than that. How many of you guys would agree with that? It is a cool feeling. It is such a cool feeling. So, full circle, I remember sitting there, and this is when, the challenge was just being born, and, we were going from this, nerdy scientific company. Truthfully, the reason why I was attracted to ViSalus at first. I'm a self-professed nerd. And I was like, oh, I love this anti-aging, this mitochondrial DNA deletions. The good news is you do not have to know anything about being an expert on our products to make a lot of money with this company. In fact, I was scaring people away more than I was getting them interested. All people care about is your own personal challenge and the before and afters of the people on your team and them seeing lasting results because of a simple decision that they made to change their life on the challenge. That's all that matters. In fact, how many of you guys, raise your hand, have lost more than 10 pounds on the challenge? I just want to see a show. Stand up for me because I like to get a visual here. Stand up for me if you've lost more than 10 pounds on the challenge. Stay standing. Would you guys do me a favor? I'm going to shoot a quick video because I'm going to take y'all straight to Facebook. Do you mind?
No.
Okay. Stay standing. Okay, you guys ready? Here we go. Hey everybody, I'm here in St. Louis, Missouri with a lot of my friends. And these are people who have lost more than 10 pounds on Project 10. Give them some love, y'all. If you haven't joined the challenge yet, what are you waiting for? All right, thank you guys so much. Give yourselves a round of applause for that. Thank you. So, ladies in the room, you guys will be able to relate. I went to a meeting right when we had launched the challenge, and at the time, I journal is how I figure out my life. And so I was journaling, and I don't tell everybody the story, but I feel open to tell you guys this night. And I was journaling, and I was like, oh my God. This was after I had Ambassador. And I was like, do I just miss working with Nick, or do I miss Nick? Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. I was like, I gotta figure out my life. I have to journal this out and figure this out. And I remember realizing, oh no, I'm in love with this guy. I miss him. I don't just miss working with him. And then he came to town and we were doing something cool with the compensation plan. And remember he was talking and the whole time, Nick is very, you guys know him, he's business and he's direct. And he was talking about the comp plan, and I was one of the local ambassadors, so I was there, paying attention. But all I heard, it was just the two of us in the meeting, was this: wah, 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 wah. And I'm like, just look at me, just give me something, throw me a bone, buddy. Just let me know you're interested. Nothing. You guys know what a side hug is, right? He was like this. He was like a side hugger. No eye contact. Nothing. So eventually, over the years, he told me that he had created this story in his head of who I was. And he was like in a serious relationship. So he had created a story that I was bad news, he shouldn't talk to me. Just a story, just so that he wouldn't be tempted to talk to me. Well, I can tell you guys that he absolutely is the greatest blessing, not just in my life, but in so many people's lives. And knowing not just him as a mentor, but now knowing him as an incredible husband and an even better father, every single one of us is blessed to be a part of a company with leaders like that. And I promise you guys, I get to be a fly on the wall for a lot of the conversations that the founders have, and every single time they have a conversation, it's about how they can change more lives or how they can help the promoters of this company have more success. It is never a selfish thing that these three guys come together and do. It is always selfless. Does that make sense? And, I knew that, I think, a long time ago, and I made a decision to come on board with this company full time. And I think sometimes people are more likely to follow a person and a leader than they are a mission. But we have the trifecta. We have the most amazing mission where every time an adult documents losing 10 pounds or gaining 10 pounds of muscle, we feed hungry children right here in your backyard, in your community. Little kids who cannot help themselves, we're doing that by fighting epidemic of obesity. We're doing that with the right leadership, with the right heart. You know, you will not find people who genuinely love people like these three guys do. And I'm telling you, we are so lucky to have them at the helm of this company, making the decisions on our behalf. And I said trifecta. We've got the right mission. We've got the right people. You guys are a part of that equation. You are the right people. The last part of that is the right time. I believe if you have the right people and the right mission at the right time, anything is possible. I get chill bumps right now just thinking about what is going to happen for this company 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Because when I hear them speak and the decisions that they make, they have long-term plans, 5, 10-year plans. And when I hear what they talk about is not becoming the next Amway, but beating Amway and becoming the #1 direct sales company in the world. And I believe that's possible, and I need to hear from you if you guys believe that's possible. Yeah. I know it is. There's no way we're not going to be. I know that it is. And if you look at what those companies have done, we have already done that in triple the amount of time of what they did when they were young companies. Ladies and gentlemen, we are set up. We're a publicly traded company, so I can't talk about exact numbers because I like Martha, but I don't want to live out the same life that Martha lived out. But I can tell you guys that things are looking really, really good. If you just look at the last 3 months, because we're a publicly traded company, you can pull the numbers up. If you look at what's happening, ViSalus is in momentum. And every market that I've been to in this crazy tour that Nick and I have been a part of, I get this feeling going into the room. When you raise your hand and you ask how many people are new, there's at least a third of the room every single time that are brand new that have never heard about the challenge before. They've never heard about Project 10. What does that mean? That means that we are impacting people's lives, people that have never heard about this company. We are in massive momentum. Now is the time. If you are here in this room and you're already a part of this company, now is the time for you. Now is the time for you to ride this new wave. Ride the Project 10 wave. It is absolutely changing not just thousands and hundreds of thousands of people's lives, but we give away more in a month. I'm going to say this again so you guys make sure you hear me. We give away more in a month in product to help people who can't help themselves than most companies in our industry make in a year. We give away more in a month than those companies in our industry make in a year. If that doesn't tell you the heart and the passion of this company and who these people are that have asked you to come down here tonight to check this out, here's what I do know. Whether you think you'd be great at this or not, the person who asked you down here tonight believes that you would be perfect for this. And in my personal opinion in life, I've realized that sometimes things don't just happen by accident. Things happen for a reason. And once you know about a solution to one of the world's, in our country's, largest epidemics in American history, if you have the solution, and there will be $1 trillion growth in the wellness industry over the next 10 years, and you know that the largest sector of that growth will be in weight loss, it just makes sense to me that if you found out about the solution, with the right people, at the right time, and the right mission, that you should go for it. Listen to your gut instinct. The last thing I'll tell you guys is this. People ask me, and they ask my husband all the time, why is ViSalus in momentum? How come you guys are the only company in the history of your industry and product sales to go from 0 to $1 billion in 4 years. How is that possible? And I'll tell you guys directly, I'm a spiritual person. And I've racked my brain on this, and I am not a business analyst. I didn't even know what entrepreneurialism was until 7 years ago. See, I still can't even say the word. I didn't even know what it was. But here's what I do know. Doors open for people who are doing good in the world. Doors open for people who are doing good in the world. I know that to the core of who I am, and I know that you guys know that. I know that you guys know that. Listen to your gut instinct. It's never failed you before. If this feels right to you, if you like the people, if you like the mission, if you know, just by introducing somebody to Project 10 that you can change their life, how dare you not go out there and do that? There are people out there who need this more than you, and you know exactly who they are. So I'm going to ask you guys tonight, whether you join this mission or not, if you just came down to get a free shake and to get your sexy back, or to get even sexier, good for you. That is okay. Nobody's going to be mad at you if you do not want to make money with us, if you don't want to promote the challenge. That is okay. But get on the challenge. Everybody wants to feel better and look better. Swimsuit season is right around the corner. Literally, we're 90 days out, I think, so now is the time if you're going to get in the sexy shape of your life. Why not do it with us? We're the #1 most consumed meal replacement shake in North America. Our products are proven to work. We know for a fact that if you take them as directed, you will see results, and we back that up with a 90-day results guarantee, so you've got nothing to lose. If you don't love the kit that you select, for whatever reason, you can send the company back the unused portion and they'll refund your money. So literally, you've got nothing to lose but the weight. But for everybody else, and you know who you are, something that you heard tonight, one of the stories that were up here, it touched you. As you're sitting in that seat, maybe you came in skeptical because somebody dragged you down, you don't even know why you're here, but now you know. Because maybe while you were sitting here, you thought about somebody who needs to hear about the challenge in your family. Or maybe you need to make some extra money in your spare time or part-time, and you like the idea of every dollar you make being correlated to somebody else's life that you can change. Tonight is the night. I will not be shy in telling you, I work directly with the 3 leaders who make up this room right here. I work directly with them. I know the kind of people that they are. They are incredible leaders. All of them are top earners in our company. That you guys, whether you know it or not, you are in that, what we call chain of referral. So you've been referred to this evening by incredible human beings that you are blessed to work with. And I work with thousands of people, and I can tell you guys, the leaders that make up this room are the best of the best of the best. And you guys know exactly who I'm talking about. So tonight is the night. Make your decision. Join us. I personally would be honored, not just for you guys to become a part of this team, but more importantly, a part of the ViSalus family, and you will absolutely know more about what that means very, very soon. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.